just can't stop, won't stop hustling. But I just
What up, grinders and grindettes? It's your guy, the Black Abstract. You're locked in once again. I appreciate y'all motherfuckers for it. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for your boy. We about to get into today is the Rory and Maul response to Joe Budden. It was called, I'll name this response later. They were charging, it was on Vimeo, however you pronounce it. They were charging like $2. And if you know me, if it's free, it's me. If it ain't, I can't. So luckily somebody posted it on their channel and I watched it. I ain't posting over here because I ain't trying to get no copyright strikes or none of that bullshit. But I thought it was very interesting, their side of it, you know, and it was kind of what a lot of people suspected that it would be, which was over money. As much as they say that it's not, the main thing that it was over was when it came down to it, is business. It was over money. And what Nas say? Best, what he say? Thug changes, a love changes, and best friends become strangers. And that's exactly what this is. And it's unfortunate, man, because it seems like this could have been prevented. But it seems like the bigger the podcast got, the bigger Joe's ego got. And he felt like, I guess they were just like yes men to him. Which is weird because Maul was saying that they didn't get a salary, they got paid off of points. And so with doing business, if that's the truth and you're getting paid off of points, you should have every right to see the books so to know how to get paid accordingly. Their accountant should know how to pay them accordingly. But it seemed like Joe was trying to hide some money or trying not to pay them or something. You know, maybe he was like, hey, I got to get this addition onto my house. I got to take their cut out. They don't need to see nothing. Because if that's not the case, it shouldn't have been an issue. You know, and not saying they telling the truth. You know, every story has three sides to it. Their side, Joe's side, and the truth. So, I don't know. But one thing that I said, and niggas came for me for was the reason he had ice and Ish was on the pod. And I said this exact reason, and Maul said it down almost damn near verbatim. Go look at my old video. Niggas in the comments, that's not why he brought Ice and Ish on the show. I say he brought them to show people that this pod can continue on without Maul and Rory. He brought them to show them that. That was a slight. They know Joe Budden. I know people like Joe Budden. I told you I was Joe Budden at one point in time in life. I know why he did that. That's a strategic move. That's something old Abstract would have did. Like, all right, yo, y'all okay. What fucking, what Jay-Z say? I heard niggas saying they made whole. Okay, make another hole. So that's what Joe did. He said, I can make another Maul and Rory. And as you can see, a lot of people wanted, and I made a video on this, a lot of people wanted Ice and Ish to remain. They said they liked their perspectives better. They flowed a little better. And you know, mostly it was the older people. They said they kind of catered to an older crowd. They had a little more maturity with them. But I think ultimately they'll probably just wind up coming back anyway because, like Maul said, he could put them on a salary. So now he controls what he pays them, and he could get all the profit, which is the bulk of the profit from other endeavors, Cash App or promotions or sponsors or shit like that. So ultimately, what this came down to was business, man, and it sucks that this had to happen like that. And just seeing the transformation, you know, these guys are seeing it, and it seemed like they took a lot of shit and a lot of lettuce. They let a lot of shit slide earlier that they shouldn't have, because it probably could have been nipped in the bud then if they would have been adamant about solving or resolving the issue earlier. But they kept letting shit slide, and then ultimately became a big piece of shit. Once you keep letting small shit slide, it comes a big piece of shit, and then it's at the issue. It's like, what do we do now? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I ultimately hope they can resolve this. You know, even if they don't do the podcast together, just resolve it as just being friends and businessmen. From my understanding, Joe Budden did apologize to Rory after seeing the video, and but the damage is done, man. You could keep that apology. You had ample enough time to apologize. And like I said, as a friend or somebody I rock with, there's no way I would have went on a podcast flaming you like that, talking about you're fired. Like, dude, get the fuck out of here. That's kind of lame, man. But that's Joe Budden, dude. Joe Budden has historically known for being a lame. So getting punched in the face and punched in his eye, getting beat up by this, he just always got some lame shit with him. But I like his opinion on shit. You know what I mean? Because he comes from an industry standpoint. He's been in the industry, so I do like his opinion on certain shit that's pertaining to the industry. And that's why a lot of people watch the show, but it's also interesting to see other perspectives. So, I don't know, man. This sucks. It sucks, man. Maul was really on one. He was like, you acting like I was some begging ass nigga in front of 7-Eleven. And that's what I used to think. I thought Maul was just like a hanger on and you just, wind up putting him in position. But from Maul's perspective, I guess he was in the streets saying, yo, I've been getting it how I was getting it. Like, you ain't never, that's not what it is. So I liked that. I like the fact, and I said this last time, I like the fact that Maul stood on his principle or stood down and was like, yo, no, that's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? So is he telling the truth? I don't know. Only people know. He also said that his man beat up Consequence. When Joe and Consequence got in that scrap or scuffle, he said that was his man's. Joe called him. So, oh man, Joe Budden. Rory was kind of just like he's just passive with a lot of shit. He was just passive. Even during that exchange, he was just being passive. Like, he was just like, I'm not trying to, that's just his nature. Like I said, some people don't like confrontation, man. And Maul just seemed like, man, I want all the smoke. But Rory just seemed like he's a non-confrontational type of person. You know what I'm saying? He just feel like things could be handled professionally. But we got past that point because Joe made it public. So now we're addressing it public. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. It's not looking good for him though. I just don't see the pot. Even if they, like I said, even if they squash it behind the scenes, I don't see them actually getting in front of the cameras ever again. Because it's just not going to be the same. It's always going to be this uncomfortable energy. Just like that the last podcast with them on it was. But in terms of just getting shit off their chest, I think this was a great look for them, man. And I think that they should just start their own shit because I was tuned into this. You know what I mean? I could listen to them talk for I don't know if it was just the subject matter they was talking about, but I could listen to them talk. Maybe they bring in somebody else that wants to do a podcast, or just, I think those two will be just fine, and just have different guests on each week. You know what I'm saying? But it's the end of an era, man. It's the end of an era. But listen, we get Nicki Minaj back. We get a J. Cole album. You got to be some fuck shit somewhere. So Lil Reese gets shot up or beat up, and then the Joe Budden podcast breaks up. So it's always got to be a balance, negative, positive. That's just the way of the world. But let me know what you guys thought about the pod, or I don't know if you consider that a pod, whatever it was. Let me know what you think about it. Do you see them reconciling? Do you think that Joe was right? You think Rory and Maul are right? Let me know. Post in the comments. Till next time. Peace.